Starting out on YouTube is hard. I've been coming up with terrible ideas for the better part of a month now. After hours and hours of watching YouTube videos on how to make a good YouTube video, I've learned that there's one main thing that your video needs to be interesting. It needs to have
a really cool story.
A good story. But the question then is, what is a good story? From everything I've been looking at online, I found that there are 5 things that make a good story: conflict, message, journey, resolution, and lesson. So that's my plan for today. Talk about what makes a good story so you don't have to binge all sorts of YouTube tutorials. So being able to tell a good story can completely change how something is perceived.
Beautiful horse's head. Now this beautiful horse's head was bought for 99 cents and was sold when a story was added for $62.95.
So I'm pretty early for my ferry. I'm gonna go get some coffee. The problem with that, though, is that being able to tell a story is such an abstract concept, and it ranges wildly from person to person and topic to topic. So being able to know what to say to convey a point, and also having the emotion and structure to get that across effectively, it's very challenging. So I just got to Angel Island. I've never been here before, and this place is pretty cool. So the thing is, you can have a lot of interesting things to say, and if it's not told in a way that's engaging to the audience, in a concise, emotional story, no one's gonna listen to you. So how I see it, there are 2 problems here. 1, having something to say, and 2, knowing how to say it. What you're saying could be anything. It could be as simple as, I just climbed this little tree. Or it could be an exciting adventure. With having something to say, a story is very different than the plot. The story that I'm telling in this video is how to tell a story based on videos I've watched. The plot is I'm walking to the top of Angel Island. So the most effective stories are ones that you have a personal connection to. The thing is I was sitting there, had nothing come up, so I decided that I'm gonna go do something. A story could be any level of complexity or any level of excitement. As long as it's connected to you, if you're the main character, you'll be able to give a good emotional journey through what you're doing. And the thing about being able to tell a good story is it's a skill just like anything else. By practicing, you can get better at doing it. And everything you say, from videos to conversations to presentations, will be much more engaging, and people will listen to way more of what you have to say. So this is the battery on Angel Island, and this was where the cannons and turrets were protecting San Francisco during the Civil War. Inside of this building is insane. this. Look at this, there's a cloud that is just sitting on the mountain there. Angel Island is definitely a must-see if you're ever in San Francisco. You see, it's just so much more engaging if you are able to explain what you're doing and really have a through line with emotion that follows plot and explains the motivation and the journey that someone takes. Trails are so cool. But yeah, so anything can fit into the construct of beginning, middle, end, and there's always a journey no matter whatever you're doing, whether it's going to the store, hiking up a hill. And right now I am practicing doing this and hopefully I get better, but this is the best way to learn anything. Just go out and start doing it. This hill is steep. Made it. The top of Mount Livermore. Stupid name. That's the city. Golden Gate Bridge, Skyline, Oakland, Berkeley, Antioch, this area north of Golden Gate Bridge. Forgot the name of it. We made it. And I'm back. Today's hike was pretty awesome, and now we're going to go through the video that I got to see if I answered the 5 questions that I asked this morning. So for question number 1, it was, what's the conflict? Starting out on YouTube is hard. I've been coming up with terrible ideas for the better part of a month now. For question number 2, what's the message? What is a good story? Number 3, what's the journey? 4, what's the resolution? Made it. The top of Mount Livermore. And for number 5, what's the lesson? What this all kind of comes down to is go out, practice. The more you do something, the better you get. So go do something exciting.